Welcome to Sinbin Stream. Sorry we were late getting to this one. It's no score and Ducks on the power play with 12:39 to go in the first period. I will have to fix the chat in a minute as I don't have that set up yet to highlight. All right, quick audio check on Twitch. All right, we are good. We'll check YouTube in a minute. Here we go. All right, we're good. Ducks on the power play in orange going left to right. Carlson centered it. It is John Carlson to Leo. Granland centered it towards the net, and a whistle at 11:53. Save made by, I assume it's Carter Hart. It is against Dostal. Shots are 4-2 Ducks. No score. All right, yep, I'm going to have to set up the chat next commercial break. I don't have time to do it. All right, let me mute this. It is. Okay. Finally, the draw. We were sitting there waiting on this draw forever. Lacombe to McTavish. McTavish near side. Gauthier shot too high. Sent down the length of the ice where it's picked up by McTavish. All right, brought up to the neutral zone. Sent into the near corner. Killorn. Gauthier shot was wide. Killorn to Seneca. He scores. The Ducks get a power play goal from Seneca, and they take the 1-0 lead at 11:17. 6-2 the shots. Seneca on the power play from Killorn and Gauthier. All right, we got here just in time. Beat Carter Hart, blocker side high, I believe. No, I'm sorry. Was that 5-hole or under the glove side? I don't know. 11:47 to go in the first period now. Hello, Chance. Hello, Derek. And we get to see Torts. Wonderful. Oh, sorry. I got to delete the penalty. Seneca from Killorn and Gauthier. They took a shot away from Vegas, too. Back underway after the center ice draw. Wouldn't know because ESPN doesn't even have the shots up right now. John Carlson in the far corner. And it's sent around behind the net. Ooh, what happened? Out of the corner of my eye, I missed a hit. That was Johnston that I think that got hit. Ducks have it, and a whistle at 10:45 may have already been retaliation as Barbashev is on the... Yeah, Johnston paid him back. And the Knights get a power play. Interference. But I think he took a wicked hit along the board, so I understand why he may have been looking for payback. But Knights get a power play. Yeah, he kind of just stuck his elbow out and roughed up Barbashev, but he took a hit earlier that was questionable. I wish they would show that as well. So the Knights head to the power play. Face off and back to the blue line. Theodore Eichel, near circle. It's Eichel, Hurdle, Dorofeev, Theodore, shot, glove save, Dostal hangs on, 10:35. All right, let me see if I can get the live chat set up soon too, that I can highlight. Come on, why is this so slow? All right, excuse me. Face off taken. We got the behind the net cam, so can't see who has the puck ever unless they're right in front of the net. Hurdle is perched in front of the net. That's all I can see. I guess this is the near circle. Sent towards the crease. Dostal trying to freeze it. They finally whistle it at 10:10. All right, let me try to get the chat up real quick. All right. Joining this game, already in progress. First star, Jacob Dobish. Second star, Hudson. Third star, Caulfield. Habs won 6-2. Hello, Chance. Hello, Derek. Thank you, guys. All right. We got the chat set up. False start on the draw. Vegas on the power play. 10:10 to play. Seneca with a power play goal moments ago. Now the Knights on the power play. That was wide into the far corner. Dorofeev. Hello, Kieran. Welcome back. Pass behind the net. Theodore at the point. Gets it back to Eichel. Eichel in the near circle. Down low for Marner. Still a minute to go on this power play. Eichel to Theodore. Eichel shot. Wide. Rebound. Tucked in. And the Knights tie it up. Mitch Marner on the putback from Dorofeev. 9:38 remaining. All square. One apiece. Both teams with a power play goal on their first attempt. Dostal had the initial save but couldn't hang on to it. No, that's Dorofeev's goal. How is this Marner's goal? That is wrong. My gosh, NHL.com. It's Dorofeev's goal all the way. Marner never touched the puck. It'll be like Theodore on the assist. They still have it wrong. Unbelievable. Maybe Eichel then. Marner never touched the puck. Yeah, it's Dorofeev. Fifth goal of the playoffs. I don't know why NHL.com is off or wrong. Again, Vegas leads this series 2-1. Knights, let's see. The Ducks send it in. Maybe that was a shot. Don't know because ESPN doesn't have the shots up. Somebody is down for the Ducks. Leo Carlson slow to skate to the bench. Dump in by the Ducks. Behind the net, Hannafin trying to send it out. Under 9 to play in the first. Trouba with the puck. Ducks finishing a line change. Send it in. Sent out by Anderson. Dumped back in by the Ducks. All right, far boards. Cross ice pass. Too far for Marner. Trouba gets there first. Sends it around the far boards. Kept in by the Knights. Down low. Centering pass. Far circle shot. Dostal saved it and held on at 8:21. All right, real quick, I got to go run and do something. Then I'll catch up. We've hit the under 10 media timeout. 1-1 the score. We'll get the visualizer next. 6-4 the shots. All right, I'll be right back. Oh. Okay, had to get water. Ugh, need to switch hoodies, I guess, too, but we'll do that at intermission. What's up, Kieran? Thank you for being here. Thank you, Alex. Go Knights. Derek says go Ducks. Yes, each team had a power play goal. We'll get to the visualizers next. We'll hit those at the under 6 media timeout. ESPN back from break. Actually, I should get out and get back in since they transitioned to the second game real quick. Oh boy, long day in sports. Good games. I don't know. That last one ended kind of ugly. All right, back underway. Yeah, I had a little bit of a delay there. I figured we were behind since they switched games. A shot for the Knights we missed. Ducks at the neutral ice. Dump it in. Into the far corner. Sent out. Red line. Over the blue line. Puck loose in the far boards. And that was... Who was that? Johnston? Yeah, I'm not familiar with Johnston. Knights take it behind the Duck net. Sent to the far side. And into the near corner. All right, so still battling behind the net. Ducks send it out to the, let's see, near side again for the Ducks. All right, near boards. Ducks have it again. Red line, dump it in. Near corner. Skated out of there, I think, by Hutton. Yeah. They Knights send it in, but this is far enough for icing at 6:48. All right, far circle draw. Ducks win it back to the blue line. Pass to the near side. Moore sends one. Glove save by Carter Hart. He hangs on at 6:43. That wasn't a shot on goal. They still have 6-5. They must just not have updated the site yet. ESPN doesn't have their shots up, which I never understand why they ever take the shots down. Blue line shot, John Carlson. It's wide into the near boards, or far boards, pardon me. Now a pass to John Carlson. That pass or shot was blocked. Now they send it. Picked up in the near corner for the Ducks. McTavish's shot was wide out as Minchikov couldn't keep it in. John Carlson picks it up behind his own net. Now they update the shots. Pass to the near side, skated in. Terry passed it. Minchikov sends it around. And Ducks are 3-0 following a loss this postseason. Interesting. Knights to the red line. Pass got away from Dorofeyev. Now he dumps it in behind the net. It's in the far corner now. Kreider trying to get it out for the Ducks. Kept in by Shea Theodore for the Knights. Behind the net now. Centering pass taken away. Gauthier sends it ahead. It's tipped away from Terry. And Barbashev dumps it in for the Knights. Picked up by, I think that's Moore. Is it Moore? Yeah. No, Lacombe. That's right. Moore's 3. Lacombe's 2. Ducks dumped it into the far corner. They send it around to the blue line. Nope, blocked. Washi couldn't handle it. And Cole Smith sends it in for the Knights. Moore behind the net. Washi trying to get it out of there for the Ducks. Washi puts a hit in the corner on, who is that, Sissons? Now the Ducks skated out. 7-5 hits Ducks. Dumped in. Far corner behind the net. Pass. Shot and a goal for the Ducks. They take the 2-1 lead. Looks like it's Granland. At 4:35. Granland's 4th. As of now, unassisted, but I don't see how that is true. Knights couldn't get it out of the zone. Ducks took it in the far circle and beat Carter Hart blocker side high. Granland, it may have been tipped. It took a funny bounce. It like went under the armpit of Carter Hart blocker side. It's like, yeah, he was expecting either, I don't know if he was trying to do a stick save for a low shot, and it just was like a ground ball on the infield on like a turf. Just a bad hop. And it went in for the Ducks. They take the 2-1 lead. Granland sends it around to the near boards. Oh, somebody got popped and lost their helmet. That was Seneca. He scoops it up and still continues. I thought you were supposed to skate off immediately, but he was in stride. Seneca has the puck behind the net in the near corner. And a couple of cross checks of Marner by Granland. I mean, and finally sent out by the Knights. Both teams getting a line change. John Carlson passes. It goes through and deflected wide of the net. Another hit. Well, that was payback by McNabb, and they're going to call a cross check, but they let a lot go. This game's going to get out of hand, just like the last one, very quickly. Lots of pushing and shoving. Helmets off, at least for McTavish. But I don't blame the Ducks. Seneca got hit, but then I don't blame the Knights because it looked like Granland was cross-checking, who was that? Marner in the corner. All they got is McNabb for cross-checking. I mean, again, I felt like Granland got away with something. This is a good call because it was dangerous. You could have called that boarding too. He shoved him face first into the board. So deserved penalty. That was a heck of a bounce off of a Vegas stick, and that's why they got the last goal. So Anaheim on the power play again. Score is 2-1 Anaheim. Shots are 8-5 Anaheim. Timberwolves 1. All right. Timberwolves 114. Spurs 109. Yeah, ties the series 2-2. Gotcha. Yeah, that's it for... Let's just check the WNBA then, since NBA is done. Aces beat the Sparks 105-78. Yeah, they got embarrassed at home by the Mercury last night, or yesterday afternoon. Valkyries up 88-76 on the Mercury, so up 12, only 2:15 to go in the 2:15 to go in the fourth. Yes, it's just water right now. Don't really eat popcorn. I like kettle corn, but I mean I can't because the hulls get stuck in my gums. So yeah, I don't. Yep, 2-1. 3:35 to go. Yep, cross check. Think the Knights are going to the Stanley Cup final. I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's going to be the Minnesota Wild. That's what I'm cheering for. Oh, sorry. Voice is fading. 3 games is enough. We're not even in the end of the first yet, and I'm struggling. WNBA, that Liberty game went overtime in Washington against the Mystics. Oh, yeah. Vegas. Marner, the second player to score a natural hat trick. Jonathan Marchessault, 2023. Yeah, that's 3 goals in a while. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for, yes. Don't know if it's going to happen. They already kicked somebody out of the draw. As we get to see Mitch Marner spit water onto the ice. Back to McTavish. Now Gauthier shot wide and into the far boards. 1 for 1 on the power play. 3 shots for the Ducks. Sent out by the Knights. 3:15 to go. Lacombe pass. Knocked away from Seneca. Got it to Gauthier, though. McTavish. Lacombe. Back to McTavish. Far circle. Sent to Gauthier, but into the near corner. And the Knights skated out to the red line. Past to Hannafin, who dumps it in. Dostal leaves it behind the net for Lacombe. Lacombe waiting on a line change. 1 minute to go on the Duck power play. Leo Carlson to Terry. Puck is knocked out of the zone. John Carlson has it to Granland. Now Leo. Back to Granland. To the near side. Leo Carlson that was John Carlson sent it to Terry. All right. Now Leo trying to dig it out. Back to the blue line for Kreider. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Only 22 seconds on the power play. And the Knights clear it down the length of the ice. Picked up by John Carlson. Pass to Leo. Leo gets knocked down. Knights send it in. Now that's going to do it. John Carlson with the puck. They didn't even get a shot off on this power play, as far as I know. Dumped in. We're back to 5-on-5. Ducks send it behind the net. And that's Carlson with a K against Leo Carlson for the Ducks. Trouba sent it behind into the near corner. Now the Knights send it out. That was Coghlan, sorry. Coghlan Forgot which team Uyghur was on for a second. 104, we got a whistle. All right, well, I'll be able to rest my voice tomorrow. Only one game. Game 4, Colorado at Minnesota, 7:05 live stream, 7:10. Who knows? Maybe 7:15 puck drop. We'll see. Same on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll see. We might end up adding a baseball game that day in the late morning or early afternoon. Far circle, the Ducks have it. Back to Trouba. Long shot blocked. I don't know how they said Trouba kept that in. Looked like it went to the zone, the neutral zone. All right, finally the Knights get it out, but Trouba passes. Pass to the near side for Gauthier. He skates it to the near circle. Shot, save, big rebound given up by Hart, though. It's in the far boards, and the Knights skate it out. Into the near boards, and Cole Smith sends it in. Minchikov behind his net. And he passes to the far side. Tipped, taken by John Carlson gave it to the near side, but they did get one shot there. We got less than 10 seconds to go. Sent behind the net, off the board. Now it's over. That's the end of the first period. 2-1 Ducks is your score. All right. Knights 1, Ducks 2. End first period. All right, we got to do the visualizers. I don't think I did any of them. Let me do that. Okay, let me catch up on the chat, then we'll do the visualizers. How about that? Not a lot of shots, 9-5. Yes. Yep. If that stadium's ready, right? I don't know. Hello, Daryl. Do you think this game goes over 6.5? Well, we're already at 3. It's got a chance, right? I mean, I'm trying to, let me, no, power play is over. Power play is over. Ducks did not get a shot on goal. That second power play. Oh, thanks, Gal. I appreciate it. Yep. Golden State, 95. Mercury. Golden State Valkyries, 95. Phoenix Mercury, 79. Valkyries now 2-0. Thank you. Trisk, hello. What's up? Bradshaw, number 12, right? Yeah. We'll I think so, but let me. You're welcome, Yin Yang. Dan Fouts, so 14. Yep. No? Okay, well, hold on. Let's look at the scores so far, shall we? No, you're right. Only the last game did. It's tough, though. I mean, we're already at 3, so you think we're going to stay under 6? I don't know. But you're saying we need to get to 7. I guess I could see the final score being 4-2 or... But then you got to worry about empty net goals. See, that's the problem. That's why I'm saying I think it could go over. All right, first game was 3-1 Knights. Second game was 3-1 Ducks. So both games were only 4. Last game, it was 6-2. So what is that, 8? And we're already at 3 goals. That's what I'm saying. It's tricky. I don't know. I'd just be guessing, though. But, you know, we've already got 3 goals. You think only 3 for the final 40 minutes. I don't know. Just the way this game has gone. I mean, I guess the second period the second or the third could maybe be scoreless, but not both. And I would just worry that if it was 4-2 Ducks that there might be an empty netter. Or say it's 2-1 the other way and it's 3-3. Well, then you got a game that's either got a chance at overtime or, you're going to get a late 7th goal. So I don't know. I'm not a gambling man, so I really have no idea. Wait, what? Yes, 14. Right. It's hard. I could see both sides of the coin. I don't know. Oh, Hedris, hello, yin yang. I don't know what's these weird symbols. Like, I'm trying to highlight this and it won't work. I don't know. See, I don't want to give it gambling advice. I have no idea. I really have no idea. I have no idea. I best I have I don't know how that works. Chips. No. Salt and vinegar, like just the cheapo brands, not or the store brands. Yeah. 100 on the Ducks. Goal mobile sign. Yes. Okay, yeah, it could go either way. I have no idea. What is these symbols? I keep seeing these symbols, and then when I highlight it, it's gone. Vegas 100 and Pum. Oh, are you talking Mexican football? Pumas? Yeah, that was an ugly game. Border game. Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo's close to Toronto. Yep. I don't know. I don't really know. Well, I mean, they're up 2-1, right? If they want to get back in the series, they better win this one. Golden Knights. Yeah, I don't really know. Did I put the score? We got to do the goal visualizers. I don't know. I can't advise on gambling. Whoop. I can't say that name in the chat. All right, game 4. Knights lead series 2-1. All right. Go Knights beat the yeah. Yep. Kind of my thought as well. I don't like either team. All right, before I do the numbers, let's do the goal visualizers. I haven't done any of them, I think. They dumped it in behind the net. Killorn to Gauthier, it big rebound, and Seneca buried it. I don't think Hart ever saw it. That was the first goal. We barely got on before that happened. Then Dorofeev on the power play. That's Marner back to Eichel. Eichel to Theodore back to who was that? Eichel, and then off the rebound, Dorofeev tipped it in, I think. Then Granland from VL. Yeah, and NHL.com had that as a Marner goal. That's right. They were both there in the crease. Marner never touched it. They said Marner got the second assist, though. He must have touched it then. I didn't think he touched it. They tried to give him the goal at first. I'm like, what? That was Dorofeev all the way. Even ESPN had it right. All right, Granland from VL. So they couldn't get the puck out. Granland got it and buried it. That was the one that was like a bouncer. Looked like a ground ball to the shortstop that took a funny hop into the outfield. And I think it went under his arm under the blocker arm for Carter Hart. All right, I need to rest my voice and take a quick break. Probably get some more water. Yes, happy Mother's Day to everybody's mother and female family members who are mothers as well. Not now. It's still we still got 8:40, Alex. It's gonna be a little bit. All right, here's what's coming up this week. Avs Wild tomorrow night, game 4, 2-1 Avs in that series. Sabres Canadians, game 4. Canadians lead that series now 2-1, winning 2 straight. This series game, that'll be 5 already. This is game 4. Wild Avs game 5 on Wednesday. Canadian Sabres game 5 Thursday. We don't know the time yet because we don't know if this series is going 6 or not. And then that's Avs Wild game, let's see, 4, 5, 6. We don't know if that one's going 6, but they do have the time for that one, Friday at 7. Timberwolves beat. Yep, tied 1-1. I know, Brick. There's not much I can do. I don't want to elaborate. I don't know if he is, Yeah, well, the problem is, how do I know he's not like special needs or something? I don't want to discourage people. I understand what you're both saying, though. No, I hear you. I hear you. Yep, you got it, Jack. You already said that earlier. We only need it once. All right, I need a break. I'm gonna cue up the music and be back. Oh, I need to open another window, don't I? At least tonight, my ESPN app hasn't been going backwards. Just that one glitch in the earlier game. Yeah, no, that's fine. It does get annoying. I'm not going to deny it. I agree. I've specifically put that message in the chat about not spamming. I'll put it in again. All right. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling, but I don't know for sure. All right, I'll try to cue up some music we haven't played today already. Man, I got to get to these breaks sooner. All right, I'll be back. Thanks. All right, just about set for the second period. Let's lose the music. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what, Chance? Sometimes the poll doesn't show up. It doesn't show up on my phone for some reason. Yeah, there's always a poll in the chat. But maybe it doesn't show up. Right now, we have 24 votes. We have it's 50-50, so 12 votes for the Knights, 12 for the Ducks. Yeah, it won't show. I know it doesn't show up in my phone. It's only on my desktop and on my tablet, but not on my phone for some reason. So maybe I need it. Actually, you know what? It's not on my tablet. It's only on my desktop. That's weird. All right. Knights send one behind the net, and now the Ducks are going the other way. VL sends one into the near corner. It was wide. Shots are 10-5. They just updated. All right, Knights. That's Howden who dumps it in and heads off, I think. Or was that... that might have been somebody else. All right, Ducks have it in the far circle. Send it around. Shot by Leo Carlson. Got tipped into the netting above the glass. 1902. So VL did send it through somebody's. That was actually a good save by Carter Hart. It went through the skates of a. Oh yeah, in soccer, my son told me they called that a nutmeg, when you put it through somebody's legs like that. That's what I was trying to think of earlier when that goal got tipped in. I forgot who, in the Montreal Buffalo game. Dumped in from the red line by the Ducks. It's in the near boards. Knocked away. Ducks, let's see, that Dostal sent it to the far side, and at the red line, Knights take it away. Shot by Dorofeev, saved by Dostal. It's in the far corner. Puck is in the near boards. Now near corner. Barbashev couldn't dig it out. The Ducks got it out. Kreider made a pass, taken away now by Hanifin and sent behind the net. Minchukov takes it for the Ducks. Pass to the far side. Pass ahead into the far corner. Behind the net into the near boards. Pass right up the middle. Seneca to, I think, Killorn, who sent one wide. He had just did not get all of it, apparently. And up ahead, Dowd takes it for the Knights into the near circle. Pass to the blue line. Sent to the far side by Anderson. Knights center it. Tipped to Anderson. Far circle. Tough angle shot. Big rebound. That was saved. That was Dowd again, I think. And it's cleared down the length of the ice by the Ducks, but no icing. Near boards sent up. McTavish sends it to the far corner. Gauthier. Pass right outside the crease. Looked like Carter Hart had to save one shot there. And it's taken to the blue line and saucered ahead. All right, sent around by Kolsar. Hurdle had to go off his stick. Ducks going the other way. Drop pass to McTavish. Shot. Hart saved it but didn't freeze it. And the Knights get it out. Up along the boards and chasing it behind the net. Knights keep it in at the blue line at the far side. Puck gets away into the near boards. Sent to the near corner. Hurdle sends it around. And Washi sends it out for the Ducks to the neutralize. Marner has it at the red line. Knights trying to get a long line change. They send it in. Carlson for the Knights. Got run over. And there's a goal. Wait, what? Didn't see it. I got distracted by Carlson getting run over, and apparently the Knights finished the play. I thought they were calling a penalty. They were calling a goal. It's 2-2. I took my eye off it. Howden from Carlson and Marner. So Carlson hangs in there and gets an assist. Slipped it to, yeah, nice tap-in goal. Trouba's the one that blew up Carlson. And Dostal gets beaten by Howden. And we're tied at 2. Shots are 12-9. Ducks, but it's 2-2. Again, Howden from Carlson and Marner. All right, back to the blue line. Ducks have it in the O-zone. Far circle sent around behind the net. Near corner to the blue line. To the far side. To the near circle. Puck off the far boards. Sent around into the behind the net. And the Carlson got it out for the Knights. Up ahead. Anderson wiped out and took out John Carlson. Terry to the far circle. To the blue line. Into the far corner. Killorn. Now it's behind the net, Vegas Knights net. And sent out. This is going to be icing on Vegas. 14:51. Hey, Chance, what's up? Go Sabres, Jack. Yeah, I guess it doesn't show up for everybody. Like, it only shows up on my desktop, I guess. What's up, Dan? 4 point. Yeah. That's right. It was like a 6-2 win. In the finals, not conference. That would be the Stanley Cup Finals. Minnesota's in the West. Buffalo's in the East. Near circle sent behind the net. Carolina awaits either the Canadians or Sabres in the East. Avs Wild meets the winner of this series, Knights or Ducks. Behind the net, Seneca sends it to the blue line. It's tipped away, though. It looks like Dorofeyev sent it out. To the near side, Eichel. Eichel looking. His pass is tipped. Lacombe sends it to, let's see, Seneca. Seneca took a hit and stayed on his feet or on his skates. Ducks clear it down the length of the ice. And the Knights play it out in front of the penalty box. Send one in on through the crease or on net. Sent out by the Ducks to the neutral ice. And icing called, I guess, on the Ducks. Okay. 13:42, I guess. Huh. Slavinator scored that amazing tip goal. Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of, nutmeg, and I couldn't remember the tip. Yes. He tipped it with his own stick between his own legs and hit him and deflected in. 100 on Vegas and Pumas. Down 1, and Pumas ended up losing a goal as tied. Uh-oh. Oh, no. All right. Sent ahead by the Ducks again and icing again. 13:35, a whistle. Go Ducks. Yeah, sorry. I'll have to check it out. Thanks. That's okay. Yeah. Montreal. Hey, hello, Clay. Yeah, Montreal leads their series 2-1. All right, we're waiting on Carlson. That's Carlson with a K for Vegas against McTavish. Carlson won the draw for the Knights. Off the near boards to Anderson. Behind the net, now in the near corner. Kicked away by McTavish and sent up the far boards. Another Ducks icing at 13:17. Still haven't had the under 14 media timeout. Oops, I need to plug in that phone for Twitch. Excuse me. Hello, Clay. W chance. Yeah. Face off. Ducks control it. Near boards, but the Knights keeping it at the blue line. Centering pass tipped wide into the near boards. And Ducks send it out. McTavish up ahead. Gauthier. Now taken away by Dorofeev. A pass. The Knights take it to the red line and dump it in. Far corner. And neutral ice again. Knights take it to the red line. Dump it in again. All the way around to the near side, and the Ducks dump it in from the near red line. Corner cam on. We had a couple hits. Can't see because it's zeroed in on their face. Taken away by the Knights right up the middle. Is that Sod? Sod's active? I didn't know he was active. I forgot to get the roster page up. All right, Ducks send it behind the net into the near corner. Yeah, Brandon Sod is active tonight for the Knights. It's been some time since he's played. Sissons sends one out. Nope, kept in actually by John Carlson. I got to look at the scratches after this. Knights in their own corner. Can't get it out. Minchukov kept it in. Sends it to the near corner. 35 seconds of zone time already for Anaheim. And the Knights, Sisson sends it off the far boards. It's scooped up and then dumped in by Hutton. Minchukov behind his own net. All right. Kreider centered it. Knights player kind of got into Carter, friendly fire unless he got hit. So not a shot on goal for a while. We've been stuck on 14-9 for some time. Neutral zone. And Seneca gets knocked down by Anderson. It's in the near corner. Marner takes it behind his own net. And a pass off the near boards. And the Ducks have it. Granland sends it in. Hannafin sends it out. Carlson had to go off his skate. Anderson sends it for the Knights. Anderson up the middle after a pass. Marner passes. Hannafin shot. That was too high. And kept in at the blue line by McNabb. He got tripped along the boards. No call. Theodore centers far circle shot. Dostal makes the save. McNabb gets into him. Pushing and shoving ensues, but it looked like McNabb got pushed into him. Washi wrapping up on McNabb. Lacombe and somebody else together. 10:16 to play. That is finally your under 14 media timeout. The Ducks had so many icings. Boy, I don't know how Theodore got away with that pop of not Theodore. It was Anderson with the pop of I think Seneca. But there we are, 2-2. Howden got the equalizer at 4:04. Let's take a look at the equalizer visualizer. All right, Howden, let's see. Pass to Marner, Marner to Carlson. This is where Carlson gets lit up by Trouba, but he found Howden alone in the slot and sent a nice pass. There it is again. Shea Theodore to Marner. Up ahead for Carlson behind the net. Trouba runs him over, but it's tipped in or a wrister by Howden. So Marner and Carlson assisting Howden. Oh my gosh, sorry. Eyes are itchy. Ooh, I'm hitting the wall here. Philly didn't make it. Flyers, Sixers, or it might be both. Yeah. Three. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Sorry. Who are they honoring? Marner's clapping for somebody. I don't know who they're clapping for, though. Not sure. You met Saad when he was on the Hawks. That's cool, Brick. How old are the Ducks? In the 90s. They were after the Mighty Ducks movies. No W this week. Are you talking to, yeah, Chance probably. Ducks have been around since the 90s. I'd have to look up the exact year. I don't know what this delay is for. Did they honor somebody? I don't know. We got 10:16 to go in the second. So almost halfway through regulation. Oh my gosh, drop the puck. We're waiting for McTavish and Dowd to settle down. My gosh, dude, drop the puck. Nobody cares. There it goes. McTavish wins the draw for the Ducks. Gauthier sends it out. Knocked down. And at neutral ice. I think the Knights didn't want to touch it because they had knocked it down with a high stick. Ducks dumped it in. I don't know what difference. You know, you just touch it and take the whistle. Sent out now to Sissons. Sissons lost it immediately at the blue line. Paling sent it back to the Ducks defense. Dump in by Zellweger. Oh, yeah, I wanted to look at the scratches. I'll have to look at that at the intermission, I guess. Oh, we should have done the... Wait, we did do the visualizer. Never mind. How quickly I forget. Terry takes the pass in the near circle. Passes back to Lacombe. Blast from the far circle. That was too wide. Kept in at the blue line by Lacombe. That was Trouba, 81 miles per hour, but I don't think that was on target. Behind the net, back to Trouba. Trouba crosses, sends it across. Crosses, that would be soccer. Lacombe passed it. Or no, Trouba passed it. Far circle. Ducks send it around again. Under 9 to play. And sent towards the crease. And Carter Hart saves it. And more pushing and shoving. Man, these games are going to take forever. It's getting more like the first round with all the pushing and shoving. I mean, these are division foes. The Ducks and Knights rightfully hate each other and kind of hate both of them. VL lost his helmet. He's being skated away by the linesman. Dowd talking to one of the officials. 8:47 to play in the second. Ducks picked up a shot. 15-10. Glove save by Carter Hart. Yep, saw it the whole way. It wasn't obstructed. Oh, that's the under 10 media timeout at 8:47. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Yes, same. Have fun on your vacation at your vacation house, Chance. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. I try not to do that, but man. Thought I slept well, but they're going to keep showing these ads. It's somebody with one of those Live Golf things on their hat. And I thought Live Golf was pretty much done now. He's got a Reebok sweatshirt on, but this isn't like it's a Reebok commercial either. This is for Kalshi. Stupid ad. Something about an alien ship that crashed. I don't know. It's silly. All right, just about back from commercial break, looks like. Oh, yeah, I was going to look at the scratches. Lausen, Korzak, couple defensemen for the Knights. Riley Smith must still be hurt. Ooh, Mark Stone still. And Schmid, the third goalie. Ducks are scratching Gudis, Nestorenko, Hellison, who just played, Harkins, Nathan Goucher, Warren, Mijatovic, Solberg, Hines. Hines had played quite a bit. He made his debut late in the regular season. Luno, Vetrano, and a couple of third and fourth goalies, which I'm not going to pronounce their names. Face off in the near circle in the Knights zone. They take it behind the net. Hannafin sends it around. Kept in by the Ducks. Far circle shot. Too high into the netting. I'm wondering if it hit the post and went into the netting because the ref was going, safe. No shot since it hit the post, apparently. Let's see this replay. Nope, just a high shot. I don't know why he was saying safe. Maybe because the puck went to the side of the net after it had hit the netting above the glass. Face off, far circle, Knights saucer it to neutralize. Lacombe to Trouba. Trouba sent it out. Now Lacombe ends up dumping it in from the red line into the far corner. And a hit behind the net. Knights send it, take it to the blue line. Carlson gets it on a give and go. Carlson near circle shot. Blockers or kick save by Dostal. The rebound got knocked around and the Ducks send it out. And they all four were caught deep. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. And the Knights somehow misplayed it. Theodore held on to it. Far circle shot and off the post and into the netting, I guess. Because again, the ref went like this. You could see that one coming. All four of the five Ducks were on the red line. Yeah, Carlson with a good save. It went off a Trouba's skate before Marner could pass it. Marner's the one that sent it to Theodore, and then Theodore didn't pull the trigger because he had Trouba slide in front of him. But, man, try to lift that puck. I don't know. I'd be fine with this series going however many, just extra games, because I don't really care who wins. I really want the Wild to win the West, but boy, if it's Avs against the winner of this series, I don't know who I'm rooting for. Blue line blast, Theodore. Dostal froze it, but not before he got some interference, like, sticks on the glove. Just Theodore ripped that shot, and then we had a little bit of pushing and shoving. No. We've still got there's 3 periods in hockey. We're barely halfway through the game, a little bit past. We still got 20 minutes beyond this 7:46. Baseball, relaxing baseball. All right. Sent towards the net, now behind the net of the Ducks. And the Ducks send it out. Knights have it in their own zone. Knights pass it to the red line and dump it in. Hurdle towards the net, gets stood up by Trouba, though, and the Ducks send it up the near boards. Going the other way. Who is that guy? Why do I keep... Johnston or something? 44, I think. Yeah. Other way, and icing on the Knights at 6:58. Yeah. Yeah, they're most known for their beef and their hot dogs. I love their chili cheese dogs. I can no longer eat chili cheese dogs, though. My stomach won't let me. Their beef is good too. Beef and the hot dogs. Yep. Their chocolate cake is outstanding. They have, I think, I never got it, but I think they have a cake shake as well that I think people rave about. Yeah, they do a great job. They're known for having people out at the drive-through line writing up the orders to make everything move quicker. I didn't realize they had expanded that far. I just can't eat it. It's too salty. The cheese is great, though, if you get, like, cheese fries or whatever, too. All right, back to the game. Sorry, now I'm getting hungry thinking about fast food. Dumped in and into the near corner. Hannafin got hit. Terry couldn't keep it in. The Knights get it to the neutral zone and into the far corner. John Carlson gets hit. Gets it out to neutral ice. Anderson passed to his partner. I don't know who he's out there with. Sent ahead. Both teams getting line changes. Ducks send it out. And into the far circle, a shot. Hart steers it aside. I think it just was off target and loose. Now, Lacombe sent it up. Tipped into the far boards. Pass loose. Now into the far corner. Trouba sends it around. And skated out. Granland to the right wing. Killorn sends it behind the net to Granland. In the far corner. They're trying to set up Seneca near the slot. Knights cross-ice pass. Marner takes it out. He dumps it in short of the red line. That could have been icing. I'm not sure why they didn't call that icing. At the neutral zone, maybe they were saying the Ducks played it into it. All right, Washi dumps it in, and Hutton sends it off the near boards, and finally the Knights have it. Dowd in the near circle. Dowd cross-ice pass. Hutton sends it behind the net for the Knights. Near corner. Hit. Dowd sends it around. Hutton keeps it in. Dowd again, far corner. Dowd back to the blue line. Hutton a long shot, blocked by the Ducks. Coughlin sends it around and sent out. I should look it up if it's, I don't think it, I wonder if it's Coughlin or Coughlin. Sent around, and Hart tries to play it to the near boards, but it's back into the near corner. Right up the middle, shot, and into the near corner. Sent out by the Knights. This might be icing. It is on Vegas. And we get a shot of Torts behind the bench. Yeah, so I am. It's just not something I can really eat due to my restricted diet. But yeah, back in the day, did really love Portillo's. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, I'm really behind on the chat. I will get there, I promise. May have to wait till intermission. I get you the same feeling. Face off back to the blue line and dumped in. Behind the net and into the near boards. Back to Lacombe. Kept in at the blue line. Lacombe sends it around. Near circle. Back to John Carlson. Carlson to Terry. Now Leo Carlson sends it off the far boards. It's John Carlson. Ducks getting their line changes, and we have a delayed Vegas. Yeah, we got an extra attacker. Vegas penalty. Oh, we might get another one. Vegas with a cross check after the whistle. We'll see what they call here. Chaos here going on with all this pushing and shoving. Hutton and Kreider got into it a little bit. We'll see what they elect to call here. It was going to be a Duck power play. Really could have been a 5-on-3. Just the slash on Cole Smith. I don't see how they could have evened it up. I thought it should have been a 5-on-3. It looked like Vegas got away with a cross check after the whistle. All right, I don't know what they're replaying. I think we're going to the under 6 timeout, maybe. Did we not get that yet? Yep, I guess not. You're a Blue Jay. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. I was laughing at Yin Yang about abandoning your team. Yeah, I hear you. I remember you saying that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not a Chicago dog fan. Yeah, I wouldn't want like the celery salt and the sweet peppers. Yeah. Yeah, the cake shake gets rave reviews. Yep. Okay, gotcha. I don't know. I told you this is going to be tight. No, the poll's still there. Here, I can unpin it. I'll unpin the message. The poll should still be there. It doesn't show for me on my tablet or my phone. It's like desktop only for the poll. It's weird. Yes, beef and cheddar croissant. That's what I would. Yeah, if you can handle that, I'll back up Peter's claim. Beef and cheddar croissant. Diabetes in a cup. I don't know. I may just start banning because I think you might be right. It could be all the it's like what we had with those weird, like they were actually bots too. That's what was so weird. All right, breakaway 2-on-1 for the Knights. Or now it's behind the net. Carlson, they caught up. Seneca sends it out to McTavish. Oh, I gotta charge some stuff or I'm gonna lose power on my tablet too. All right, power play continues. It's 2:45 to play in the second. 1:25 to go on the Anaheim power play. Lacombe to McTavish. Back to Lacombe. Far circle Gauthier. And Gauthier sends it out. I have another thought on Portillo's. Don't let me forget. 2:22 to go. Lacombe pass to the far side. Seneca spins, sends it to the blue line for Killorn. Down low for Gauthier. Killorn towards the crease. Shot tipped in. Ducks get the goal. It's 3-2 Anaheim in game 4, trying to even up this series. 2:02 to play in the second period. 17-12 to shots. Killorn from Gauthier and Seneca. They kept, near circle. Gauthier tipped it. Killorn took it towards the net. It may have tipped in off of Anderson, off the rebound. No, it somehow just went through Carter Hart. I didn't see where it beat him, but somehow went right through Carter Hart. Killorn with the goal. That was my thought. It could be bots. We had that trouble with that stadium thing the one time. Stadium series something. Those were weird. All right. Far circle and sent out by the Ducks. Knights retreat. Anderson has the puck. Tipped away. Taken away now by the Ducks that neutralize. Leo Carlson up ahead to Kreider. It's in now taken away by the Knights. Pass to the red line and dumped in by Barbashev. Dorofeev. And now the Ducks send it in. Ducks keep it in. Knights couldn't get it out. A shot was blocked in the slot. Now Marner ends up with it. His pass got deflected. Theodore took it behind the net. Now he drops it back to Marner. Marner goes behind the net. Now he takes it up the middle. Pass to the blue line. Pass to Theodore. Theodore sends one towards the net. Dostal saves it. Nobody could get to the rebound for the Knights, and it's sent out. In front of the benches, now dumped in by the Knights. Ducks send it out. Knights dump it in, but they'll have to tag up. Sisson's out there. Ducks send it ahead. Taken by Seneca. He brings it back to his defender. Nearly turned it over. And it's sent in by the Ducks. Killorn, a drop pass. Nice shot from the far circle. Hart saved it. Big rebound. And not sent out. The Ducks keep it in. And now we got pushing and shoving by one of the lines. And that's the end of the second period. And it's erupted. Somebody's on the ground. It is Dowd with Seneca. And the bad blood is spilling over here through 2 periods. The linesman trying to let Seneca up and keeping Dowd away. Oh, it's still going. Cole Smith, Sissons, Killorn, and Trouba still mixing it up. Trouba won't let go of Sissons. Now they finally have split it up. All right, let's get the clock started on the intermission just in case. We'll probably be a little bit ahead. We'll see if they announce anything. Cross-checking on Seneca is the call. That's it. Yeah, he tackled Dowd. That's why they finally called Seneca on the penalty. They're still talking about it, so I doubt that the intermission clock has actually started. I'll match ESPN once I see it. So the Knights trail 3-2 after 2, but they will head to the power play to start the third period. $18-13 are the shots. Did we do Killorn's goal from Gauthier? No, I don't think we did. Let's do that. I think we did Howden's. Seneca passes to Killorn. Killorn far circle down to Gauthier. Killorn takes it towards the net. I still don't know how that beat Carter Hart. It went like right through him somehow. I'm really not sure. Oh, back to Portillo's. Can't believe how many goals. Yeah, because actually this series has been fairly low scoring until game, what was that, 3. All right, 1 second. I got to plug in stuff. My batteries are going down on my tablet and my phone. Vegas and Phoenix have Portillo's. Yeah, so back to what we were talking about. Well, that makes sense, but yeah, I didn't know they were going elsewhere. Oh, I gotta not touch the wire on this mic. My mic might go off. You know what's also good is they serve like a sausage, probably a, what do you call it? What do you serve sauerkraut with? I don't know, a Polish sausage maybe. Maybe it's not Polish, it's probably Italian. Italian sausage with beef in it. So I recommend that one too. And I love their chili cheese dogs. But you're right, the beef and cheddar croissant is the way to go if your stomach can handle it. Oh, the duck skull, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at too. Yeah, you got to hope that at most maybe the Ducks get an empty netter. That's about your best bet. That Vegas has to pull their goal down 3-2. And the final is only 4-2. Dog bones and missed Ducks goal, then dog wolf me, then Ducks score. 139 on Monday. 10:36 here in Illinois. Yeah, my clock is quite a bit. I'm going to add a minute to my time because that's how far ahead I am while they sorted out that mess of the penalties. The beef/sausage into the cake shake. Yeah. I think their fries are pretty good too. I don't know. if they've fallen off at all, but you really can't go wrong. I don't know. I'm trying to think if like their burgers or maybe their chicken though take on that charred taste, which I don't particularly like, but maybe you do. But I mean, between hot dogs, sausages, beefs, I mean their menu is pretty loaded. But the cheese is great, like cheese fries. They're the desserts, they're known for it too. And again, like I said, they're best known for keeping that drive-through line, moving like clockwork, and you don't have to wait long because they usually have long lines at the drive-through, and people are out there writing every order down by hand, and then they relay it to the team to speed up the process. Kangaroo steak for dinner, nice. Can't say I've ever had that. I've had a bison burger though. That was good. That's the only outside of what you could get at the grocery store meat I think I've had. Ah, okay, ribs. Yeah, I probably have had their ribs. I'd have to look at the menu. You really can't go wrong. I can't remember because when I was younger and could handle it, like probably 20s or maybe even teens, I would get I think either the chili cheese dog or the what you suggested, the beef and cheddar. Yeah, that's what they're known for, not just for the good food and the great desserts. Oh, that stinks. You know who else is allergic to cheese? No, Tom Grossi, the Packers super fan. He's allergic to dairy in general, so not like lactose intolerant, allergic, as you said. That stinks. Now we're talking about Portillo's. It's a Chicago hot dog place. I mean, not just hot dogs, beef too, but pretty well known in the Chicago area. And apparently they've already expanded to the west in what did you say, Arizona, and now maybe east. Yeah, that I was agreeing with you. You reminded me of it, but yeah, I did. Their chili cheese dog is really good. But I agree. I'm not a Chicago dog fan either. It's nice to try once, but it's just too much. And no, I'm not a real big deep dish pizza fan. I'll eat it, but I much prefer thin crust. All right, I think I will just advance the clock so I can put the Seneca cross check in. So that'll put Vegas on the power play when we start. Shots have been revised. 18-12 Ducks. Face-offs 22-13 Knights. Nice. NHL.com has the Knights as 1-for-0 on the power play. Well, I guess they tapped that one in. No, that was a different game. How are you 1-for-0 on a power play? That would mean, I guess, I don't know what that means. They're 1-for-2, if I'm not mistaken, on the power play. Let's see, Ducks interference. No, I guess they're just 1-for-1. They're coming up on their second power play. I don't know why it says 1-for-2 or 1-for-0. It should be 1-for-1. 2 for 3 for the Ducks. Hits are 27-22 Ducks. Block shots 11-8 Knights. Giveaways 11-6 Knights. Takeaways 6-3 Knights. And I don't think there's probably no other sports going on this late. I've got many years on you. I'm more than 10 years older than you, Random. West Texas and Lubbock. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a little salty for me now. Yeah, they're good, though. Yeah, like I said, the only person I've ever heard of is Tom Grossi. Tom. His first name, Grossi, Gro. Is it SSI? He was the fan of the year in the NFL in, I think, 2023. He's got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I was following him before he hit 100,000. I mean, not from the beginning, but, a while ago. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I remember on a Friday night live stream, he had some beer that had, I don't know why, there was some beer that had a little bit of dairy in it, and he had to call his mom to get him some, some sort of I guess over the counter, either Benadryl or something, not medication, just to help alleviate his symptoms because his throat was swelling up on him. Again, that's the only way I get to make my money here, Random. I try to do it only during downtime when there's intermissions and when there's ad breaks at the game for under 14, under 10, under 6. So nothing I can do. That's how I make the money on YouTube. Did I put the score in the chat? I don't remember. Probably not. All right, hope you're enjoying the live stream. If so, please do me a favor, hit the like button on the video. Consider hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel to be recommended to other viewers. This will help me grow the channel. I thank you all for your support. If you happen to have a Twitch account, please follow Sinbin Stream there as well. It's the same stream, but it is faster and it is commercial free. All right, I'm going to take a break. Here's what's coming up over the next 5 days. Just the one time we don't know. No, that's okay. You can skip them. If you get a skip button, hit skip. You don't have to watch it fully. But thank you. If you see a skip. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. That's fine. All right, yeah, have a great Monday, Random. We'll see you Monday, but you're Tuesday if you're able to join. Yeah. All right, have a good one. Thanks. Appreciate you being here. All right, let me take a break. I'll cue up some music. Don't really know what to put on the screen. I don't think anything else is in progress. Oops. What did I do? That's not it. Where's the music? There. All right. Don't think I've played this in a while. I'll be back. Thanks. Okay, we are back and ready for the third. Oh. Drop the music. There we go. I guess every arena is giving away towels in the team colors, or if not, in just white. Ducks have orange ones. Yeah, I can't say I'm a big fan of this orange they have, but I don't think I've liked any of the Ducks unis ever. I guess when Paul Correa was there, those were okay, but I think they had a little bit of purple then, so I don't know. These all orange unis are pretty ugly. But, all right. Whoops. Vegas power play to start the third. Oh, yeah, thanks, Chance. I appreciate it. But like I said, I don't know how it works. If you skip the ad, it's probably fine, but I hear you. Yeah, no worries, no worries. All right, still waiting. Like, how far is this delay? All right. Finally, I think we're set. Face off. Theodore passes to Eichel. Eichel up the middle. Dorofeyev sends one, and Dostal sticks it into the near corner, or hits it with the stick. Theodore at the blue line keeps it in. Eichel to Theodore, sent wide. Marner tipped it to Dorofeyev. Marner takes it behind the net. Marner to Eichel. Shot by Theodore wide, and a clear. Nope. Yep, it was a clear. Offsides on Vegas at 19:25 is the whistle. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, dishwasher. Oh, that was a good crack. Oh, my neck. All right. Face off. Neutral zone after the win for the Knights. Eichel to Theodore. They retreated to the defensive zone. Eichel gets it back, carries it in, left wing area. Pass along taken away. Theodore couldn't get to it, and the Ducks cleared it. Hart fell down, and he has to pick it up with the glove. He took a spill and had to pick the puck up. What the heck happened? I don't know where. Chaman says, let's go, Ducks. Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine if it goes 7. I don't. Wow, he had to use the stick to save it. I don't think it would have been on net. He fell over. He used the stick to tip it to his glove. It was going to be wide of the net even after it hit him. But, I mean, even if it had hit him, but who knows? What a strange occurrence. They didn't show how he fell either. They just showed him sitting and tipping the puck to himself. Eichel did not win the draw. Trouba dumps it in. And now they dump it in again. Now Theodore picks it up. Over the red line, into the O-zone. Theodore passes to Dorofeyev in the near corner. Hurdle tips it back to Theodore at the blue line. Near circle, Eichel. Eichel down low. Marner towards the net in the crease. Paling couldn't get it out of there. I forgot Seneca's got the penalty. Somebody just wiped out for the Ducks in the far corner. Marner behind the net. It's sent out, though, by the Ducks. And that should just about do it for the power play for Vegas. Theodore drops it back. Anderson picks it up. Anderson to the red line, dumps it in. It's to the near corner. Ducks turned it over. Knights take it at the neutral zone. That was Washi who lost it. Knights dump it in. Knights in the far center it for Hannafin. That shot was blocked. Howden sends it around. Near corner. Barbashev sends it back. Anderson tips it to, who is that? Hannafin gets it. Near circle shot. Looking for a tip. It went wide. And down the length of the ice. Howden gets shoved out of the way by, I can't see who that was. Kreider, I think. Sent to the neutralized. Ducks send it off the near boards and dump it in. Terry couldn't get there. Kreider now. Leo Carlson now near corner. Terry gets it to Carlson. Back to the blue line. Shot by Trouba. Lacombe at the blue line now with the puck. Sends it to the near boards, and the Knights get it. Barbashev sends it ahead. But the Ducks have it in their own zone. That is Trouba who sent it to his defensive partner. Didn't see who he's out there with. Gauthier, far circle shot wide, behind the net, near corner. That's McTavish. Back to the blue line for Moore. Shot by Gauthier. No, that wasn't Gauthier because Gauthier has it now. Shot and a tip in by the Ducks. It's 4-2. Ducks take the 4-2 lead at home. It's 16-17 more. I think it's a tip in. Gauthier centered it to Moore. Moore from the top of the near circle. Yeah, just a heat-seeking missile. Beat Hart blocker side. May have gone under the blocker. He got screened. Yep. McTavish and McTavish for the Ducks and Anderson were kind of blocking his view. More from Gauthier and Zellweger. That's right. 51 is Zellweger. That's why I said Gauthier, because it was 51, not 61. I think Zellweger had been out a few games, maybe injured. Yes, we know the Ducks are 3-0 following a loss in the postseason. Could be 4-0 if they hang on to this 4-2 lead. All right, Ducks can't get it, or Knights couldn't get it out. Ducks have it in their own zone now. John Carlson to his partner on the other side. He gets the return pass. He's out there with Minchikov, apparently. Far corner. Knights dig it out. Pass taken over the red line. Near circle. McNabb got it to Marner. Near corner. Ducks. Saucered out to neutralize for the Ducks. Dumped in. Chased by Johnston behind the net. Theodore couldn't get it out. Ducks kept it in again. Pass to Trouba. Another shot too high. Theodore with the rebound. Passes to Carlson. Number 71 of the Knights. And it's dumped in by the Ducks. They took a shot away from Vegas, but they must have given it back. Nope. Now, ESPN's just NHL.com is just so slow to reflect shot changes. Blue line and offsides apparently on the Ducks. 14-43. Yeah, that was a rocket by Moore, and just Hart couldn't see it the whole way. He was a little bit late to react. Nearly could have been, was very close to being interference. There was a guy in the crease, may have been pushed there by a Knight though. So face off. Knights saucer it in to the far corner. Sent around the boards, but got tipped into the netting above the glass at 14:36. At some point, they added the shot back for the Knights. They didn't just get one. It was a dump in. Yeah, thanks, Chance. Thanks, Shaman. Yeah, thank you. Yep. Ducks ahead. Ducks ahead by 2. Knights keep it in after they win the draw. Anderson sends it around to the near boards. Hannafin trying to dig it out. Paling back to his defender. Barbashev kept it in. Shot tipped high or wide into the near corner. Minchikov trying to get it. He's tied up literally by Dorofeev. It's still in the far corner. Eichel trying to dig it out. Killorn couldn't get it out. Somebody lost their stick for the Knights. And the Ducks skated in. Immediately taken away. Pass to the neutral ice. Dorofeev got it to Barbashev. And now it's back with the defense. The forwards are getting changed for the Knights. Dowd got it taken away by Trouba. Dowd got it back. Off the boards to Theodore. Theodore's out there with McNabb. And 13:33 to go in the third. And McNabb couldn't get it up the near boards. Behind the net. Now the Knights send it up. Cole Smith sends it ahead. Minchikov takes it away behind the net. Gets it back to his defensive partner. I guess that's, yeah, it had to be John Carlson. They send it in. Hannafin trying to dig it out in the far corner. Ducks have the puck. Pass taken. Sent right up the middle. Knights got it taken away, though, and a saucer pass to the neutral ice. Knights send it back up. Kolsar passes off the stick of Hurdle. Into the far boards. Washi tries to dump it in. Camera just panned barely to see Carter Hart behind the net. They were still on the benches. Sent in behind the net. Carlson couldn't dig it out, though. Marner falls down. Seneca couldn't dig it out. Blue line keeper pass gets tipped away from Theodore into the near boards. Marner sends it. It was wide behind the net. And finally to neutralize, but now the Knights dump it back in after tagging up. Marner to the far side. Howden. It's sent around to the near boards. Did that get kept in? Yeah, they said no offsides. Now Eichel at the neutral zone. Both teams getting line changes. Pass gets away. Ducks send it ahead. Picked up by the Knights again. 19-16 the shots. Forward to the scorer. Ducks lead in both. Dumped in on net by the Knights. Lacombe couldn't get it out. Knights in the near circle. Who is that? Can't see. Eichel. And it's back out to neutral ice. McNabb passes. Picked up by Dorofeev. They get it back to the defense. So that dump in on net did count as a shot for the Knights. Pass to the near board. Sent in. Near corner. Moore behind the net for the Ducks. They finally get it out to neutralize. Up ahead to McTavish. To the far circle towards the net, but Gauthier couldn't get the shot off. McTavish calling for it. That shot was saved by Hart. Huge rebound. Whistle, because I believe we've got a Knights penalty coming up. And they are already down 2. It is Anderson on the penalty. Hooking on Anderson. And we've hit, is this the under 14? Oh, yeah, that was a hook. That was right before Dowd poke checked the puck, too. So they're showing Moore's goal again. All right, I guess this is the under 14 media timeout. It did seem like we hadn't had a break in a while. All right, real quick, if I didn't show Moore's goal, here it is. Pass to, what is that again? Zellweger. All right, hold on. Let's start it over. All right. Moore to Zellweger. It's tipped into the corner. Gauthier sends it to Moore. Moore shoots it. It somehow, I think it went just under the blocker, or over the blocker, under the arm of Carter Hart. Ducks loving the mobile sign. Yeah, I'm sort of pulling for Vegas, but the longer the series goes on, the more games I get to do, and the more views I can get. So I wouldn't be heartbroken. Kind of felt like that with the Hurricanes. I would have wished Philly could have dragged it out a little bit, but kind of had a feeling. Michkov, McTavish, Carlson, Trouba became 6 players. Trouba, Lacombe, 6 players. I need to get either a goal or... Oh, Leo Carlson. Wait, what number is Michkov? I don't think they have Michkov. That's a different team. Everybody else you've got, yeah. Terry, McTavish, Leo Carlson, Trouba, Lacombe, yeah. Game 6 or in this game? That's a good question. Good point. Oh, shoot. I didn't. Oh, well. Power play and immediate stop there by Hart. All right. Well, I didn't turned off ads again for 10 minutes. Didn't insert any there. Jay Woodcroft, assistant coach. I think he used to be a Sharks assistant coach, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day. I guess they said the Ducks are 10 for 30 in the power. Like they were, 10 for 30. They were like 4 for 8 against, 8 for 16 against the Oilers, I think. Killorn back to Lacombe. McTavish to the far circle. McTavish circling around. Seneca back to Lacombe. Seneca's shot saved by Hart into the far corner. Behind the Knights net. Ooh, somebody got knocked down for the Knights. Gauthier near circle. Back to Lacombe. Down to Seneca. Killorn to McTavish, side of the net. Don't know if they added a couple shots here, apparently. At least ESPN thinks so. Cleared finally by the Knights. Pass off the near board. Shot by McNabb. Saved by Dostal. Wow. Where's the shots? 23-18. Yeah, after that one. Okay. So they were right. Didn't mean to doubt ESPN, but never know. 9:20 to play in the third. 40 seconds on the Anaheim power play. Kreider back to Terry. Terry to John Carlson. Granland down low for Leo. John to Terry. That shot was wide. John keeps it in to Leo. Down low for Granland. John at the point. Terry from the far circle. That got sent into the near corner. And finally cleared by the Knights. That'll do it for the power play out is Anderson. 8:30 to play in the third. Ducks from behind their own net. Pass ahead. Taken out, well, right at the red line in front of the benches. It's dumped in again by Anaheim. Carter Hart plays it. It gets sent to the near corner, though. And the Knights send it out. Kolsar dumped it into the far corner. Washi gets there for the Ducks. Knights behind the Anaheim net. Hannafin trying to dig it out. VL gets it out for the Ducks. To Washi, now picked up right up the middle. Drop pass to VL. His shot was wide off the boards behind the net. Taken out by the Knights. Hannafin dumps it in. And Seneca gets to it. Passes ahead and a red line dump in by Granland. Anderson plays it out for the Knights, or I should say to the near corner, not out. Zellweger, 6 Ducks defenseman with a point in his playoff debut. Yeah. Wait, he hadn't played at all in the playoffs? He must have been hurt because he's a good player. Puck ends up going to the neutral zone, and it's now in the near boards. Finally, we get a whistle at 6:58. May have gone puck into the crowd. 23-18 are the shots. This is probably the under 10 media timeout. Ducks had a couple good chances there on that power play. Bunch of shots. Oh, that was tipped wide by Leo Carlson. They had a bunch of opportunities from that far circle. Just couldn't. Pavel Michkov? Oh, Minchukov. Is it Michkov? Hang on. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. 98. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I'm probably saying it wrong. I'll look it up. We'll see if they got a... Yeah, no, it's Minchukov. Oh, Minchukov. Yeah, Chu. Minchukov. Okay, I just didn't know the spelling. Gotcha. Minchukov. Yep, Ducks playing well. Yes, I don't know. Buzz is falling asleep here. Hold on. Ow. And I forgot to, hold on. We're at commercial, so. Dang it. All right, we'll fix that later. Buzz doesn't want to sit up at all. I'll have to mess around. He looks like he's sliding down, laying down on the job. Assistant, nice. I thought so. I remember him from when I followed hockey. You know, like 10 to in that range, the 10 to 12 years ago. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just remember, I think I saw a lot of Sharks games back in the day, too, in addition to Kings. All right, dumped into the near corner. 6.5 to play. Ducks up 2. Knights would need the next one, and soon. They want to take a 3-1 lead in the series. If not, we'll be tied 2-2, best of 3. With a high stick, I believe. I don't think it's a penalty. I think it was just knocked down with a high stick. at 6:10 and a whistle. Yeah, 23-8. Yep. Yeah, it's been mostly Ducks. Good young players. Yep. Hockey shot police. No, we like to keep track. It's annoying how much they change with the official scores, you know, what they call a shot, what they don't call a shot. It's just, yeah. Face off, and Ducks saucered it to the neutral ice. And it's dumped in again by the Knights. Near boards, another saucer to the neutral ice. Paling got it to Killorn, but it's taken away by Dorofeev. Knights behind their own net. They got to think about pulling, what's his name? Carter Hart soon. Probably in the next minute or two, I would say. I don't know. Torts is like usually reluctant to pull the goalie. At least earlier in the playoffs, he just did some strange stuff with the. All right, we got an icing apparently on the Ducks at 28. Man, I can't. I just hate having to root for the Knights with Carter Hart and Torts. Ugh. Face off, and it's tipped into the crowd, or was it not tipped? Was it a delay of game puck over glass? They're calling delay of game puck over glass on John Carlson.
No argument for Carlson either. Anaheim number 74, minor penalty for delay game.
Delay a game, puck over glass call on the Ducks, and the Knights will head to the power play after the under 6 media timeout. Off the draw win. It was close to a tip. But as the announcers were saying, John Carlson didn't argue, so but they called the penalty. He joined Edmonton from 15 to 18 as an assistant coach. He got down to their AHL affiliate, 18 to 22. Got brought back to Edmonton, 23. Then got fired. Oh, for Knobloch in 2024. Gotcha. The Ducks bench, yeah. We do have Woody and Bullseye somewhere, but I just saw Buzz after the move, but I haven't located. I don't even know if we still have Bullseye. I thought I saw Woody for the move. I don't know. They're not made out of all plastic like Buzz, though. They're just floppy like rag dolls. I guess like the movie. Oh my gosh. Can we please get rid of Mayhem? I can't stand Mayhem from Allstate. It's so annoying. Just one of the dumbest commercials or series of commercials ever. Like to the point where I would probably never get Allstate because of him. Shots are still, we're stuck on 23-18. I feel like it's been that for a bit. Yep, I'm imagining Hart's going to get pulled sometime during this power play. Immediately won by the Ducks and cleared down the length of the ice. Ow. Theodore drops it back. It's brought up by Eichel over the red line, over the blue line, far circle, pass, hurdle, back to the blue line. Theodore. Dorofeev back to Theo. Taken away by the Ducks and cleared. They head for a line change. 30 seconds gone on the power play. .120 remaining on the power play. Eichel skates it in. Turned it over. Granland cleared it. Miserable power play so far for the Knights. Marner digs it out. Washi creating problems for the Knights. Pass ahead to Dorofeev. I mean, he had delayed it in the far corner. Hurdle to Hannafin at the blue line, and Eichel returned it, but Hannafin couldn't keep it in. Maybe it was a clear by the Ducks. Great, we get to see Torts' face instead of the game. Like, why? Can we just show the ice, please? I'm so sick of this. Howden to Carlson. I get it when the clock is stopped, but while the game's going, you got to be kidding me. Carlson to Anderson. Hannafin taps it back to Anderson in the near circle. Down low for, well, now back to Hannafin. Anderson again. Sends it to tip by Marner, I think, on net. Saved by Dostal. Ducks clear it. Hart still in net with 3:30 to play. I don't understand this. I don't know why you didn't pull Hart already. Now the power play is over and you only have 3:20 to work with. I forgot. Torts is a moron, but whatever. Shot by the Ducks, and it's into the near boards and out. Cross ice pass for the Knights. Howden lost it, though. Zellweger trying to dig it out. Now Terry has it in the near boards. And sent out by the Ducks. Picked up. I swear, if the goal is empty now, and ESPN, no, it's not. And there goes Hart. Now it's an empty net. Extra attacker on with 2:37 to go. And that's too late when you're down 2. I'm sorry. I think you got to pull them earlier than that, especially with a power play. Theodore pass gets away off the near boards for the Ducks. 2:20 to play. Pass ahead. A dump in by Hurdle into the near boards. Ducks trying to dig it out. 11 goals with the extra attacker. Tied for third most in the NHL. Hannafin leaves it. Theodore takes it. Sends it off the near boards. Knights finally send it in. Dostal plays it to the near boards. Hannafin kept it in. Dorofeev sends it around. Hurdle to the far. Hurdle gets it back behind the net. Back to the blue line. Near circle. And sent out. Ducks on the way towards the net. Gauthier gets it poke checked away by Hannafin. Wow. Hurdle and offsides called against Vegas. Now, do you have to put Carter Hart back in net for this offsides faceoff? I'm wondering. Usually I want to say they do. What a poke check by Hannafin. Unbelievable play to get the puck away from Gauthier. Got the puck. Absolutely hit the puck first. Heck of a diving attempt there by Hannafin to try to keep it 4-2. With one and timeout Vegas. One timeout for each team, free to use it whenever. 1:26 to play. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Shots are still 23-19. Icings and face-offs, yes. False starts on face-offs, yes. All right, I think we're finally ready to resume after the timeout. Woody went to infinity and beyond. Exactly. Not sure about bullseye, though. Face-off and the... Oh... We'll do it again. And Hart is back in net. Even though ESPN still had empty net, now they showed a camera shot of it. Now they corrected the... Yeah. Same draw. Theodore passes it across. I mean, that was stupid. Like, what were we doing there? Sent out by the Ducks. Theodore picks it up. They have 1:15 to work with. 4-2, the score. All right, pass taken to the far circle. Shot tipped in, hurdle. It's a goal by the Knights. 4-3. With 1:04 to play, a far circle shot and a tip in, or maybe it was a pass. I believe that's Tomas Hertl from Marner and Eichel. Marner's 10th assist of the playoffs. Wow. Easy, wide open, backdoor tap in. Like, nobody. I mean, I know it's 6-on-5. You can't account for everybody, but Hertl just walked right in and tapped it in. I mean, it was as easy as that. 4-3. So they'll have to put Hart back for this center ice draw. 1 minute remaining in the third. Towards the net, a shot and a big rebound. Wow. I wonder if Harder made it to the bench. Behind the net, Marner centers it. Dostal gets a freeze at 44.9. Bo Peep. Old age. Nice. 44.9 seconds to go. That puck came off the glass. Marner got it to the side of the net, nearly sent it in off of Dostal, and he finally froze it in the crease. Washi came close to knocking it in himself on an own goal. Granland versus Eichel in the far circle. 44.9 seconds to go. Knights needing one to extend the game. Dorofeev. Now, let's see. That's Carlson behind the net. Tied up by Lacombe. They send it to the far circle, or near circle, pardon me. Marner, now near circle for Dorofeev. 21 seconds to go. Sent to the blue line and out. This is going to be very difficult for them to get back for a shot. 12 seconds to go. Sent in, far circle, but icing is called. Now they're totally hosed at 10.9 seconds to go. I don't think they're going to be able to win the draw, bring it down the length of the ice, and still get a shot off in 10.9. Or where is this draw? Yeah, Hart is back out there because of it. Yep, it was an icing call. The Knights got to move quickly here, or the game's going to be over. Washi versus Eichel. Face off. Ducks trying to mess around with it here. Washi. Knights have 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Red line. Marner can't get it towards the net. That's the game. 4-3 is your final. Ducks even the series 2-2. Final results in the poll. 45 votes, 53% were correct. The Ducks would win. Five, 4 is your final. Hurdle. Let's see. Hurdle got a wide open deflection. Let's see. Theodore. Back to Eichel. Eichel carried the red line. Marner took it into the near circle. Sent a nice pass. Hurdle just walked in, tapped it in. Hurdle from Marner and Eichel. Hurdle's first goal of the playoffs, but it wasn't enough. They fall 4-3. Not a lot of shots. 23-21 lead for Anaheim besides the lead on the scoreboard. All right. That's going to do it. Please like and subscribe before you head on out. We'll be back in, 7:05 Central for Game 4, Colorado, Minnesota. Avalanche lead that series 2-1. Killorn, first star of the game with a goal and assist. Gauthier, 3 assists. Moore, one goal, which ended up being the 4th goal, which I guess technically is the game winner then. All right, let me catch up on the chat before I head on out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Yes, Mighty Ducks. It is done. Ducks kept the high danger chances to a minimum. This would be yeah. Yep. Not a lot of shots on goal, and they capitalized on theirs. Bring back Valvoline. What you need for the Knights? Or, I mean, yeah, we can rotate them. I'm always partial to mobile gas, but yeah, we can rotate them. I just got lazy and didn't do it. Duckies win. Quack, quack. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, for selfish reasons, I wouldn't mind it going longer just because I can get more views, from it. All right, just putting the final in Twitch as well. All right, let's end the Twitch stream now. Go Wild. Heck yes. Go Wild tomorrow. We will have the hoodie back on. Hopefully that's the good luck charm. Yes, really need the Wild. Really need the Wild to win the West. Otherwise, I just feel like the Western finals are going to be obnoxious, and no matter who wins, and then in the Stanley Cup finals, then I have to root for the East, even if it's, the Hurricanes. But yeah, I'm rooting for Buffalo, Montreal, Minnesota, then Carolina. I do not want Ducks, Knights, or Abs to win. But we'll see. Just want good hockey. Yeah, we had great hockey today. I can agree on that. 6-2 Canadians. I mean, it got away late. It was 4-2 in the third, briefly. And then Ducks Knights, that was a close contest through and through, start to finish. So, all right, got to shut it down. My voice is shot. Thank you, Chance. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you, Mr. SWJ, Shaman or CH Man, Lad 2025. Everybody who is here, I do appreciate you all. Wait, what? Wait, Tuesday. Wait, what? Oh, Sabres can. Well, Sabres can't. Oh, because you're on vacation. Yeah. I forgot you're on vacation. Buffalo wins next game. They're going to need to. And on the road. So that one's going to be exciting. And they need to play a heck of a lot better than they did tonight. So we probably will get a start time soon for these games on Thursday, because both these games are going to happen now on Thursday. So I'll add that to my schedule. Unless I decide to do, I don't know. I think the views are still here for hockey. I'll have to look, but yep. Have a good night as well. Thank you all for watching. All right, Sinbin Stream signing out. Have a great rest of your Sunday. If you have anything left, have a terrific Monday. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks, Ricky. Have a good night as well. All right. Until next time, take care. Be well. Sinbin Stream signing out. Good night and bye-bye.